Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Okay, so I'm reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila chapter 7, text number 38. Shaba Nistarate Prabhu Kripa Avatara Shaba Nistarate Hare Chaturi Apara Shaba Nistarate Prabhu Kripa Avatara
Nistarite Prabhu Kripa Avatara
Shaba Nistarite Kare Chaturi Apara Shaba Nistarite Prabhu Kripa Avatara Shaba Nistarite Kare Chaturi Apara Shaba Nistarite Prabhu Kripa Avatara
Savanishtarite Prabhu Kripa Avatara
Shaba Nistarite Kare Chaturi Apara
Savanishtarite Kare Chaturi Apara
Savanishtarite Prabhu Kripa Avatara
Savanishtarite Prabhu Kripa Avatara Savanishtarite Kare Chaturi Apara
Savanishtarite Prabhu Kripa Avatara
Savanishtarite Prabhu Kripa Avatara
Savanishtarite Kare Chaturi Apara
Savanishtarite Kare Chaturi Apara Savanishtarite Prabhu Kripa Avatara Savanishtarite Prabhu Kripa Avatara Savanishtarite Kare Chaturi Apara Savanishtarite Kare Chaturi Apara.
Vaishnavas.
Savanishtarite Prabhu Kripa Avatara Savanishtarite Kare Chaturi Apara Savanishtarite Prabhu Kripa Avatara Savanishtarite Kare Chaturi Apara
Shaba Nistarite to deliver Prabhu the Lord Kripa mercy Avatara incarnation Shaba Nistarite to deliver Hare Chaturi vices Apara unlimited. Translation of Prabhupada's Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in order to deliver all the fallen souls. Therefore, he devised many methods to liberate them from the clutches of Maya. And it's a concern of the Acharya to show mercy to the fallen souls in this connection. Desha Kalapatra, the place, the time, and the object should be taken into consideration. Since European and American boys and girls in our Krishna consciousness movement preach together, less intelligent men criticize that they are mingling without restriction. In Europe and America, boys and girls mingle unrestrictedly and have equal rights. Therefore, it is not possible to completely separate the men from the women. However, we are thoroughly instructing both men and women how to preach, and actually they are preaching wonderfully. Of course, we very strictly prohibit illicit sex. Boys and girls who are not married are not allowed to sleep together or live together. And there is separate arrangement for boys and girls in every temple. Grihasthas live outside the temple, for in the temple we do not allow even husband and wife to live together. The results of this are wonderful. Both men and women are preaching the gospel of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Krishna with redoubled strength. In this verse, the word Shabba Nistarite Kare Chatiri Apara indicate that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to deliver one and all. Therefore, it is a principle that a preacher must strictly follow the rules and regulations laid down in the Shastras, yet at the same time devise a means by which the preaching work to reclaim the fallen may go on with full force. Nagyanatarandasya Gilanjana Shlakaya Chakshom Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Vinobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagadhamayam Dadati Swapadanti Kam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Savajatam Savana Ragnatam Tamtam Sutiru Sadvaitam Savadutam Virgina Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahaganarani to Shri Chikamatam Shri Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jigapate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Mustate Kapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishapanu Sutadevi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchikapaturiascha Kripasindhuriyascha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, this verse again, very important verse. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in order to deliver all the fallen souls. Therefore he devised many methods to liberate them from the clutches of man. Someone I used to work with contacted me a few days ago. So, I'm just sharing this by way of a kind of like typical story of this material world. So what happened was they had a relationship, they'd become pregnant, they'd had an abortion, and they were distraught about the whole situation. And they said to me, or one of the things they said to me was, I know it's just a bunch of cells, but still I feel so upset. And it got me thinking about Srila Prabhupada, and in particular the Bhaktivedanta Institute, and Prabhupada's arrangement to preach to the scientists, and furthermore the innovations made by the founder Acharya in order to spread this Krishna consciousness movement. And so this line, Lord Chaitanya says, therefore he devised many methods to liberate them from the clutches of mind. And I was considering how the real war that goes on in this world is a war of ideology. Everything that people are doing, the activities that they are performing, is all founded upon a particular ideology, a particular way of seeing this world. And like in this case, it's only a bunch of cells, right? So the scientists say, push this idea, it's not life. Right? It's just some cells in the body, so therefore, if you kill it, well, if you just get rid of it, it's okay. Right? You're not really committing murder. It's simply this ideology. And therefore, Prabhupada, understanding this, he, as it says in the first line of this purport, it is the concern of the Acharya to show mercy to the fallen souls. He would find many, many myriad ways in order to push on and spread this Krishna consciousness movement. Lord Chaitanya has this extensive compassion because, as we know, he is Radha Bhava Duty Subalatam. He is Krishna, but with the specific mood, Radha Bhava Duty, the mood, the luster of Shrimati Radharani. Therefore, this extensive mood of compassion is there. And it extends itself even beyond what we consider sometimes to be the standard or the traditional Vedic expression. Prabhupada here is talking about American boys and girls living in the same building. In a traditional Krishna conscious culture, women don't live in the temple. In a traditional Krishna conscious culture, the only people who live in the temple are the brahmachari, condition of the Western world. And therefore, in examining the condition of the Western world, he then started to devise means by which people could be delivered as he. And of course, for doing so, what happened? He got criticized. In Krishna consciousness, there isn't only a war of ideology that's going on in this world, a war which every devotee is taking part in, especially now, especially when you're distributing these books. You're actually taking part in ideological warfare. Because this culture becomes, and has become so degraded, that even at the time where it's supposed to be the so-called most religious, the first thing that people think about at this time is consumerism.